Chapter 6 Harry's last month with Dursleys isn't fun. Dudley doesn't talk to Harry because he's too scared. Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia are scared but also angry at Harry. Now Harry doesn't have to do anything, but he's bored. Harry calls his owl Hedwig. He found this name on the book. School books are really interesting to Harry. Harry reads his book all day. On the last day of August, Harry goes to talk to his aunt and uncle because he has to go to the train station tomorrow. Uncle Vernon, says Harry. Uncle Vernon doesn't say anything, but he's listening. I need to go to the train station tomorrow to go to Hogwarts, says Harry. Uncle Vernon doesn't say anything. Can you get me to the train station? Yes, says Uncle Vernon angrily. Thank you, says Harry. Where's your school? Uncle Vernon asks. Harry doesn't know the answer. He brings out his ticket and looks at it. I will take the train from platform 9 3/4 at 11 o'clock, says Harry. His aunt and uncle look at him. Platform what? Asks both of them. 9 3/4. Don't talk nonsense, says Uncle Vernon. There's no platform 9 3/4. It's on my ticket, says Harry. All right, we will get you to the train station because we have to go to London tomorrow. Why are you going to London? Asks Harry. We will get Dudley to the hospital and remove that pigtail. Harry wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He cannot go back to sleep because he's too excited. 2 hours later, Harry puts everything in Uncle Vernon's car and they all go to the train station. They reach the train station at 10:30. Strangely, Uncle Vernon helps Harry a lot. He takes Harry's bags out of the car, brings the trolley, and puts Harry's bags in it. He's smiling. Harry is surprised because Uncle Vernon never helped him before. Okay, this is platform 9 and this is platform 10, says Uncle Vernon. I think your platform is somewhere in the middle. I think they didn't have time to build it. He's right. There's no platform 9 3/4. Have a nice travel, says Uncle Vernon and leaves. All three of them are laughing. Now, what's he going to do? Harry now has only 10 minutes before the train leaves for Hogwarts. Is there any train at 11? Harry asks the guard, and the guard says no. At that moment, a group of people run behind him, and Harry hears, full of muggles. Harry turns around and sees the woman. She's talking to her 4 boys, and all boys have red hair. They all have owls. Harry quickly follows them. What's the platform number? The woman asks. 9 3/4, says the small girl. Mom, please, I want to go with them. You're not old enough, says the woman. Now, Percy, you go first. Percy runs toward the wall between the platforms 9 and 10 and then he disappears. Fred, you're next, says the woman. I'm not Fred, I'm George, Mom, says the boy. How can you call yourself a mother? You can't tell I'm a George. Sorry, George, dear. I'm joking, I'm Fred, says the boy, and he runs toward the wall. His twin brother runs after him and soon disappears. How are they doing it? Harry wonders. Excuse me, Harry says to the woman. Hello, dear, says she. First time at Hogwarts, Ron is new too. She points at her youngest son. He's tall and thin and has freckles. Yes, says Harry. I just don't know how to go, says she, and Harry nods. Don't worry, she says. You just have to walk towards that wall. Don't stop, don't be scared, just go. If you're a bit nervous, it's better to run. Okay, says Harry. Harry pushes his trolley and runs at the wall. When he's running, he closes his eyes. Soon, he opens his eyes again and sees the train. There is a sign and it says Hogwarts train. When Harry tries to get on the train, he couldn't lift his trolley. It's too heavy. Need help? Asks the boy. He's one of the twins. Yes, please, says Harry. Hey, Fred, come here and help. Harry gets his things on the train. Thanks, says Harry. What is that? Says one of the twins. He points at Harry's scar. Oh my God, says the other twin. Are you? He is, says the first twin. What? Says Harry. Harry Potter, said the two twins together. Yes. Two twins look at him in shock. Harry turns red. He's a little bit embarrassed now. George, Fred, are you there? Says their mother. Come in, Mom, say the twins. Harry sits down next to the window. From there, he could watch the family and hears their talk. Where's Percy? Says their mother. He's coming, says one of the twins. The oldest boy comes. He's already wearing his school uniform. I have to go, mother, says the oldest boy. I'm the prefect. I have to take care of new students. He quickly goes onto the train. Why does he have new uniform and we don't, Mom? Asks one of the twins. Because he's a prefect, says the mother proudly. You two, take care of your little brother. Of course we will, Mom, says one of the twins. Hey, Mom, you remember the boy with black hair? Yes, says she. He's Harry Potter. Mom, can I go and see him now? Asks the little girl. No, you already saw him, Guinea. He's not a zoo animal. We saw his scar, Mom, says one of the twins. Do you think he remembers you know who? Don't you ask him about it. He doesn't need to remember that horrible person just because of you two. Okay, Mom, says one of the twins. He was alone. I didn't understand, but now I do. Poor boy. Now hurry up. The train will leave soon. Two twins and a little brother quickly get on the train, and soon the train starts. Harry is looking out the window and sees the girl and mother. They're waving and saying goodbye. Harry is really excited now. What's waiting for him at Hogwarts? He doesn't know. The compartment door opens. The youngest boy with red hair comes in. Is anyone sitting here? Asks he. Harry shakes his head, and the boy sits down. He looks at Harry, and when Harry looks back at him, he quickly looks out the window. At that moment, twins come in. Hey, Harry, say the twins. Did we introduce ourselves? We're Fred and George Weasley, and this is Ron, our little brother. See you later. Then they go out. Bye, say Harry and Ron together. Are you really Harry Potter? Asks Ron nervously. Harry nods. I thought Fred and George were joking, says Ron. Do you really have that, you know? He points at Harry's forehead. Harry pulls back his hair and shows him his scar. So you know who did it? Asks Ron. Yes, says Harry, but I don't remember it. Nothing? Asks Ron. I remember a lot of green light and nothing else. Wow, says Ron. Are all your family wizards? Asks Harry. Yes, says Ron. I heard that you lived with muggles. How is it? Horrible, says Harry. Not all of them, only my uncle and aunt. I wish I had wizard brothers. I have 5 brothers, Ron says sadly. I'm the 6th boy in our family. People always compare me with my brothers. Bill was a head boy and Charlie was captain of Quidditch. Now Percy is a prefect. George and Fred don't study much, but they get really good grades. Also, everyone thinks they're really funny. On the other hand, I'm just normal. If I do something good, it's nothing new because my brothers already did it. I also never get anything new. I have Bill's old uniform, Charlie's old wand, and Percy's old rat. Ron brings out the rat from his pocket. His name is Scabrous. He's always asleep. Ron's ears turn pink, and he's red now. He's embarrassed. He suddenly stops talking and looks out the window. Harry doesn't think it's embarrassing. Ron is like Harry. Harry never had much money before he met Hagrid, so he tells Ron all about his life. He always has to wear Dudley's clothes and never got any birthday presents before. Now Ron is happy because he realizes that Harry is like him. Until Hagrid told me, I didn't know anything about wizards or about my parents or Voldemort, says Harry. Ron is shocked. What? Harry asks. You just said you know whose name, says Ron. I'm not trying to be brave, says Harry. I just don't know much about Wizard World. I think I will be the worst student in my class. Don't worry, says Ron. There are many students from Muggle families. Around 12:30, students start speaking loudly, and one woman opens the compartment door and asks, Do you want to buy anything, dears? Ron's ears turn pink, and he's red again. He says, I have sandwiches. Harry goes out into the corridor. Harry never had much money before, but now his pocket is full of money. He wants to buy Mars bars, but there is no Mars bars. There are so many strange things, and Harry doesn't know any of them. Harry wants to taste all of them, so he buys some of everything. When Harry goes back inside, Ron is eating his sandwich. Harry says, "Please have a taste. I can't eat them all." Now they're eating together. Harry is so happy. He never had anything to share before. Also, he never had a friend before. There's one chocolate, and there's Dumbledore's picture inside it. "Is it Dumbledore?" asks Harry. "You don't know Dumbledore?" says Ron. Harry reads the sign below Dumbledore's picture. It says, "Many people think he is the greatest wizard of modern times. He beat the Dark Wizard, Grindelwald, in 1945. He also worked with Nicholas Flamel on alchemy." Now they're having a good time. They're eating delicious candies and looking out the window at beautiful countryside. Someone knocks on their compartment door. It's a boy. "Sorry," says the boy. "Do you see any toad?" When Harry and Ron shake their heads, the boy says, "Sorry, I lost my toad." "Don't worry, you will find him," says Harry. "Thanks," the boy says, and go. Scabbers is still sleeping. "If he dies, I won't know it," says Ron. "I tried to turn him yellow yesterday, and it didn't work. Now I will try again." Ron brings out his wand. He's going to do magic soon. Suddenly, the compartment door opens, and there is a girl there. "Did you see a toad?" "Neville lost his toad," says the girl. "He already asked us. We didn't see it," says Ron. But the girl is not listening to him. She's looking at his wand. "Are you going to do magic?" asks the girl. Yeah," says Ron. He's a little bit embarrassed. The girl sits down next to him and is looking at him now. Ron is nervous. When Ron waves his wand, nothing happens. "Are you sure that you're doing it right?" asks the girl. Ron doesn't say anything. "My parents don't know any magic," says the girl. "I'm the only one in my family. I and my parents were really happy when I received the letter. I think Hogwarts is the best wizard school. I already read all my books. My name is Hermione Granger. Who are you?" "I'm Ron Weasley, and I'm Harry Potter." "Are you really Harry Potter?" asks Hermione. "I know all about you. You are in one of my books." "I'm in the book?" says Harry. He's really surprised. "Of course," says Hermione. "What house are you going to be in? Do you know? I hope that I will be in Gryffindor." "I heard that Dumbledore was in Gryffindor. I think you now have to wear your uniforms. We will be there soon," says Hermione. After Hermione leaves, Ron says, "I hope that I won't be in the same house with her." "What house are your brothers in?" asks Harry. "All Gryffindors," says Ron. "My parents were also in Gryffindor. Ravenclaw is not too bad. I hope that I won't be in Slytherin." "I heard that fall. You know who was in Slytherin?" "Yeah," says Ron. "What are your older brothers doing right now, after they left the school?" asks Harry. "Charlie is in Romania. He's studying dragons. Bill is in Africa. He's doing something for Gringotts," says Ron. "Did you hear about Gringotts? It's all over the news. Someone tried to rob Gringotts." "Really? What happened?" asks Harry. "Nothing," says Ron. "That's the strange thing. Dad thinks it was really a powerful dark wizard. They didn't catch him, and also he didn't steal anything. People think it has something to do with you know who." Harry thinks it's strange. "What's your Quidditch team?" asks Ron. I don't know any team," says Harry. "What?" says Ron. Then Ron explains everything about Quidditch. When Ron is explaining Quidditch to Harry, compartment door opens, and three boys come in. Harry knows one of them. He's standing in the middle. He was at Diagon Alley. "Is it true?" says the boy. "All students are saying that Harry Potter is in this compartment. Is it you?" "Yes," says Harry. Harry is now looking at the other boys. "Oh, this is Crabbe and this is Goyle," says the boy. "My name is Draco Malfoy." Ron smiles. Malfoy looks at Ron and says, "I look funny? I know you. My father told me about your family. You all have red hair, freckles, and no money, right?" Then he looks at Harry and says, "Some wizard families are better than others. You will know it soon. You shouldn't become friends with them." Malfoy lifts his hand and wants to shake hands with Harry, but Harry doesn't shake it. "I know, my friend," says Harry. "You don't have to tell me about him. Thanks. Be careful, Potter," says Malfoy. "If you become friends with poor people like Weasleys and Hagrid, you will become like them." Both Harry and Ron stand up. "You want to fight with us?" smiles Malfoy. Harry and Ron are scared because Crabbe and Goyle are really big. Luckily, they go out of the compartment. Soon they reach Hogwarts. Harry and Ron are nervous. When they go out of the train, Harry hears a familiar voice. First years, come here. Harry, come here. It's Hagrid. He's smiling at Harry. Now, all first years are following Hagrid. Soon, they see Hogwarts. It's on top of the mountain. I'll get in the boat, shouts Hagrid. 4 students will be in one boat. Harry, Ron, Neville, and Hermione get in the same boat. Now, everyone is looking at Hogwarts. Soon, they reach the land. They all walk to the castle, and Hagrid knocks on the door.